with this new energy of 2023, which is so expansive and it's rolling, and you can just, it almost feels like a wave, right? Where you're just like, let go and flow with it. One of the things that is coming up for me is I'm afraid, I'm scared of my potential or of the change that's going to happen, or I don't even know the extent of it.
Okay.
I'm sure it's a block, it's that one of those.
Okay.
Like,
so you're becoming consciously aware of your own power, right?
Yes.
And it feels big, which it is. And it's magical and it's awesome. Would you agree that that power can never go away?
Yes.
No matter what you manifest into your reality, you'll always have that power and then some.
Yes.
Good. So if you manifest something that's unwanted with that power, guess what you can do next with that same power?
That's true. It's almost a fear of letting go for fear of what's going to happen.
Okay. And it's the fear. So you're recognizing that there's a fear present, right?
Uh-huh.
Can we label it as an unsafe feeling?
Yes.
Okay. Stay out of your head. First thing that pops in your mind, that unsafe feeling. I feel that way because
it's scary.
Okay. And what's scary? So again, there's an unsafe feeling. What must I believe is true to feel unsafe?
Because I'm out of control, or almost scared of what I'll become, or that, and I don't know if it's I can't really get into it, but I don't know if it's what I become or that people won't like what I'll become.
And this becoming, is it becoming more of who you really are?
I would hope so. I don't know.
I mean, if you're doing this work, right?
Right. Yeah. I think I'm going to lose. Really, I think my ego feels like it's going to lose itself, and it's going to lose control over me being so small.
Okay, let me correct that. You cannot lose your ego. No, let me rephrase that. Your mind will always be present. You cannot experience physical reality without a mind. Your mind is the interface between you and reality. It always has to be present. Now, what you might lose is that part of you that judges, is that part of you that has fears, is that part of you that wants to hold you back, is the part of you that creates negative perceptions. Now, you might lose that part of you, and it's not really even a losing, it's a working out of. And if you worked out of that part of you, would that be such a bad thing?
No.
Okay. Would that be a scary thing?
No.
Okay. So that fear you started off with when you first came on this call with me, how does it feel now?
A little bit more like excitement. Good. Yeah. It's yeah, I mean, it's like it's almost got to transmute it into excitement.
And oftentimes anxiety, let's call it anxiety for a second. Okay. Oftentimes anxiety and excitement is the same stream of energy. Mm-hmm. And you can either experience it as excitement or as anxiety, depending on how your mind interprets it. Mm-hmm. So you took that stream and you interpreted it in a way that allowed your mind to translate it into anxiety. Mm-hmm. And now as we work your way out of that, you are reinterpreting it into a way that translates it now into excitement.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo, chills.
And of course, I mean, you've been in my facilitator program, you've done a bunch of stuff. Of course, there's big, exciting things on the way, right?
Yeah.
But other people have been there before, and I can guarantee you that it's all magic from here on out, and it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
And sure, there's going to be density that's going to come up, right, to play with and to practice. That's part of the game. But with every piece of density that we work through, the more magical things get.
Yeah. There's big emotion there. And whether that just be energy trying to translate itself out of my body, but it's like,
So sit with it for a second.
mm-hmm.
See what that feels like.
It's joy, and I just want to cry.
Doesn't it feel good?
It feels big, and it's scary to let it out almost. You know how it's just that overwhelming awe and joy?
But that's okay. But hang on a second. When you say it feels scary to let it out, are you
Yeah.
really saying that it feels scary to allow yourself to feel it?
Well, it's a little, again, I go back to the wave. Like, it can be scary for a moment until you let go, right? And I feel like I'm trying to hold on and control it. And
Control that feeling of joy, you mean?
yeah, well, or control life. I don't know what I'm trying to control. But it
So
does.
so let's talk about that for a second. What needs to be controlled?
What needs to be controlled? Me, or I'm gonna get too big for my britches.
And where does that? So at what age were you when you bought into that belief?
Yeah, I think it's pretty young.
Source would never allow you to experience anything that you can't handle.
It's good to know.